It's breeding season here at Running Springs, so we are checking some mares. We're preg checking, heartbeat checking, and trying to breed our last couple of mares for this season. We are also gonna end with a little something special, so you gotta stay tuned for that. But now, let's get to checking mares. Okay, come on, baby. Let's see, baby. Is that a baby? That's number 8. Number 8, well, maybe number 9. That might be number 9 on the board. I need to go look.
It's time to stop when you lose track of what number it is. We're gonna make it a
Hold
wrap.
on, let me see. It's 9.
Breeding season at Running Springs is officially over. That's a wrap, folks. 2026.
Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She's number 9. And her due date's March 17th. That's 9 by March 17th. That makes me want to cry a little bit, but it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm just seeing 1 in there.
Good, good. That's going to be so good. Do you think I can't remember, is she one that we needed a cast, Lex?
I was just looking at that. She looks good.
She looks good?
Mm-hmm.
You told me, oh no, that was a different one that you said she had she needed a little filler and whatnot. That's the ugly one. Okay, that's not her. She's gonna have pretty appendix, hopefully double registered Huntsy babies.
How old is she?
5. What else is wrong with her?
I like this mare, actually. She's really sweet. She
says she's ready to go.
She can come back to my place anytime.
You don't like Charlotte?
I didn't say that today.
He has a couple he really does not like that are mine. He thought she was a reset, and so she had, was it urine pooling or was it pooling in her ovaries?
No,
she had.
Somebody had urine pooling in their uterus.
Okay, she had urine pooling.
It may have been her, but she came skinny and ill-kept.
She looked gross.
She's gained weight, and her conformation's gotten better.
So
we did some really good.
He looked at her. He's like,
techniques to get her cleaned up.
He was like, get rid of this thing. He was like, if this is a reset, get rid of her. And I was like, no, she's to have her own babies. And then the next time, miraculously, she didn't have any urine pooling, and she looked great.
Miraculous.
Yes.
After a lot of advanced vet work.
So Kimberly is carrying a red carpet debut, which is Erlene, and VS code red embryo. So we're hoping she's still carrying it, because sometimes they might, for whatever reason, lose it prior to the heartbeat check. And so she is carrying a full sibling to Noelle. If you remember Noelle, she was our Christmas baby of 2024, unfortunately. So she's now considered a 2-year-old, even though she's a yearling. Have you done a lot of work on minis?
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually have to get Dr. Emily to do my repro because he's got just too muscular of arms. Okay, show me the baby. Where is it at? Is it in that blob?
Right there.
I don't see what I normally see though.
Well, a little early, but you should be able to see it. She just got.
So she's a little bit earlier than what we normally do. It should be in this like white blob here. And normally it's a little bit bigger and you can see the flickering in the middle of it.
I see it.
The professional says that he sees it, so we're gonna go with that.
Rewind that video. Heartbeat check.
And then the other heartbeat check, we'll wait till the end because she's got a baby on her side. So we'll just wait. She holds out, and then she had a hemorrhagic follicle. So we're basically giving it one more try, and if it don't work, we're too late.
You know what? I'm gonna try to do her without sedation. We have mutual.
You like her? She's good?
Yeah, the 2 paints I like. They're easy to catch. They get with the program.
So we're doing a couple of mares today that we're trying to breed for their own babies. So Blondie and Ginger, they both kind of had their own issues. So Blondie, she just waits really long to ovulate. And so we bred her this past time when we thought it was like good timing. No, we didn't even breed her because she didn't, it was hemorrhagic.
Yeah, we just watched her for about
So
3 days.
hemorrhagic follicle means that it bled out. So like a follicle is like fluid filled. And so instead of ovulating, it just like dissipated by like leaking. And anyway, it didn't work. So basically we just lost the whole cycle. And now we have to try again. which she is the one that we did an oviduct flush on, which is where they go clean up their, I mean, you basically do a lavage on the ovaries, correct?
Yeah, a deep uterine lavage with a product called misoprostol. And it causes uterotubal contraction, and it'll shoot out a plug if it's plugged up.
And so we tried to do that with her to see if that was an issue for her, just because we kind of had like a tip off from a previous, look at all the sunscreen, from the previous breeders of her. And so I purchased her to be a recip mare, and had that been the case, that's fine, because we don't need her own egg. Like, we just needed her to ovulate, which she does. And so this past time, it would have worked out. It was just a hemorrhagic, which just happens sometimes.
So the hemorrhagic's still there.
Let me see.
This is not the side that her hemorrhagic follicle is on. So a bunch of small ones on the right, and the hemorrhagic's over here on the left.
It's not the time.
I've seen a few actually rupture and bleed out.
Really?
And they get weak.
The horse does?
Yeah. I mean, they're bleeding.
Yeah. So she's done?
She's done.
Okay.
Hemorrhagic.
She just got little ones.
Lutealize on Thursday, recheck next week.
Okay. She's been like reacting weird when we breed her. And then this past time, we thought we had it timed out, and then she ovulated before the semen could get there.
Okay.
So she's just been throwing us for like
frozen?
Fresh.
I might want her to come in so I can flush her like
right before.
Maybe do a deep horn and flush her like 4 hours afterwards.
When you do a deep horn, do you use less?
You can, yes.
Maybe that's.
We can use less, yeah. And we can also give her Dex at the time.
Because she's been like getting fluidy and unhealthy after semen.
Maybe get her to my place early and we can.
Okay. So Ginger, it's been weird because in the past, she's been like an easy breeder, no problem. She got a year off. And then when she came back from having a year off and we bred her again, she got like super fluidy in her uterus, inflamed, like just really unhealthy looking. And that's not ideal. And so we're trying to figure out the system in which to get her bred this year. So she might end up going to the clinic to be bred with its fresh semen. The semen itself is great. Every time we looked at it, it's fantastic. It's to the stallion Unbridle Your Dreams. So we're just gonna hopefully change it up. Might do a deep horn insemination, might use a little less, might do strategic flushing with her to keep her clean, and see if we can't get her bred.
What'd she have last, and when was last?
We don't know what she's had, because you had her at the clinic when she ovulated. So we don't have anything on her right now.
When was that?
Not last Monday, the Monday before. So she's been back for 2 weeks. She ovulated on the 12th.
Okay.
And it is the 28th.
How many days is that?
Don't ask me to do that.
22 is 10 plus 4 is 16. So.
She's squeezing on you?
Her manure's kind of gotten better. She has a little fecal water syndrome.
All right, Gingy. What you got?
She's coming to heat on her own. Bunch of small ones.
Okay.
A lot of edema.
Good edema or bad edema?
It looks good. Just
okay.
Early. I mean, she's just starting to come in.
Okay.
Look at all that. I mean, she's an ICSI candidate made over.
She is coming in. In the future, if we ever do, decide to do ICSI with her, she's going to be like the one to do it with because she always has a gajillion follicles. So she's coming into heat. She's got good edema. We're just going to have to watch her. Do you want to give her loot or do you want to just watch her?
Yeah, so she is going to come in and probably get bred. What's the collection days?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
And
we can like counter to counter if we need to. Honestly, I'm thinking let's counter to counter regardless because the one time that we almost did it with her, it got lost in Memphis. Like we lost a whole cycle because it never showed up.
She needs to. Monday's going to be her day because she is. What's that?
You want me to bring her into the clinic?
I think you need to bring both of them and drop them off on Sunday, and I can check them Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
And see, she may not hold.
So I'm gonna be at that horse show all weekend. Can I bring them on Friday? Or do you
Sure.
got too many horses?
I'll just ask Heather, see what the deal is.
Ask Heather how crowded they are this coming week. Okay. And last up is Miss Lexi. So she is going to be heartbeat checked as well today. She's carrying an embryo for Beyonce, Kay and Brandy Girl, with the stallion Making Me Willy Wild. So that's the first time we've ever done that cross.
So we're looking for
Baby. Heartbeat. There it is. I'm starting to learn. We have 6 heartbeat checked at this point then. Awesome. You can go back to your baby.
So did her embryo not take, or did she lose it? Checked in Foal and lost it. And we just took her off regimen, no Lutolice or anything.
All right. We got a big old follicle. So when we're doing frozen embryos, which is what we'll do with her, we just have to track ovulation, because then we put the embryo in 4 days after she's ovulated.
35 on the left, CL.
35 on left. Nah. Hi, big boy. Let's go to your own
She's
stall.
not in heat yet, but she may be coming in.
She's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be super dark. It's going to be amazing.
I mean, what would be probably the most convenient would be to give her a shot of Lutolice now, and bring her in with the Friday group to track that follicle, and bring her home after she ovulates, and then bring her back.
She was heading straight for the dime.
So Phoebe, we're just, like, she had one of the later babies. We've checked her once. You said to check her today. We are hoping to track ovulation to put a frozen embryo in. Okay, let's see what Miss Phoebe's got. Again, same thing with as Raven. We're just trying to track her ovulation. We got to see what she's got first. Is your arm long enough?
She's always difficult. I mean, she's just mean. That's the bottom line.
She is a really easy foaler and good mom. So that's why she made the cut.
Mean to me every time I try to do this.
Last time
He says she's mean to him.
and had a centric pattern.
Did we culture her last time?
Yeah, we got a culture on her. I think she was actually dirty.
Oh. Girl.
We sent it in. We don't have the results yet.
It was last week, wasn't it? I think.
CL on the right. Which side was her follicle on?
There's a bigger one.
You just said ovulated centric pattern. The 22nd, she had a full row on her right.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, she didn't really have a whole lot going on. So what we're going to do is give her Lutolice at the end of the week. And then we can kind of time everything, check her when she's in heat, flush her when she's in heat, get her nice and clean prior to putting an embryo in. Yeah, you want this one? I'm like, I've never had one that I have to hold with both arms around the neck. You're okay. Good girl. Yep. Swap.
Oh, sorry.
So sorry. Yeah, watch out for the shocky too. All right, girlfriends. This is your first time out in this big of a space together. They've been out in the arena, but honestly, I think having the other horses, which I say other horses, I think Annie's over there. She's the only other one other than Bo, who's been rolling. So now Gracie and Margot, you know, after the adoption happened and it's been so easy going, other than Margot being like a little bit on the constipated side. Other than that, everything's been amazing. Maggie's doing great, gaining weight. we're just gonna enjoy watching them out here together. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions about breeding season, but I think we can just enjoy Gracie and Margot for the last bit of it. You have an audience down there, Miss Trudy and Shelby. Oh, okay. I do think she's gonna want some zoomies, but she's doing a good job of sticking with her mama, Gracie. What are we gonna do? Look at you, pretty girl. Other than a couple of times with Maggie where we hand walked Maggie and she kind of just ran in circles, this is Margot's first time in the pasture, just being left alone for the last few hours of the day. As much as I would love zoomies, I love zoomies just as much as all you. I am so happy to see that in this time of uncertainty in this new environment, Margot is attached to her mom. Because, you know, in any adoption, like, that bond is so important. And I would have been a little bit nervous had we put them out today and they just separated, you know, but they're not. And that's just so beautiful to see. Zoomies coming, but mama said, you gotta stay with me, little girl. I don't know if you see this unit of a mare, but cardio is not her favorite thing to do. But if that's her child, and if she wants to be a helicopter mom, I think that might be in her cards. Oh, she wants to go. Girlfriend. See, now Gracie's like, well, maybe I can let her get a little farther. What a happy little couple they are. I love it. As she has her ears pinned and zooms by. You're a good mama, Gracie. Good job.